All right, guys. So we're going to talk about accommodative resistance, more specifically chains. So talking about the proper setup and the improper setup that is commonly seen with setting up chains for accommodative resistance. So this is the common mistake number one, having the chains too high. So the issue with this is when we want chains for accommodative resistance, they need to unload onto the floor so that while we're at the bottom of the squat or the bottom of the lift, the bar becomes lighter. Then as you increase or come up off the ground, the bar should come up with the chain links, increasing the weight of the load. So with this commonly high setup with the floating chains, they're not going to unload on the floor. Not only that, but we have an added instability factor because they're going to be swinging because they lack the grounding. So with no links on the floor, as soon as I take a step back from that squat, that bar is going to be swinging with those chains. Common variation that we see of an improper setup is a single strand chain all the way to the floor here. So the reason that this is not going to optimize that strength curve without accommodating resistance is most of the weight is going to still be lifted up in the air, and it's going to be minimal as each link one by one hits the floor. So let's show you how to properly set up a chain. So you'll want either a leader chain or some kind of a leader strap like this one here. Slide that onto the bar. Have a carabiner in the middle of the chain. And we're going to attach that so we have a few links on the ground at the bottom here, and it's going to remain in contact when I take the bar out. So whenever I'm squatting, that chain's going to be grounded. So that's going to add that stability factor. And then we're going to maximize the variable resistance from the bottom to the top. So at the bottom of this squat, it's going to unload almost completely. At the top, I'm going to get more of the chain links up off the ground versus the other two ways. That's the proper way to set up a chain.